Hey everybody, welcome back. Marcus Graves back again with another reaction, this time to Band of Brothers, Episode 1, Currahee? Currahee? Something. This was voted on when I put my video for one live-action miniseries. There was multiple suggestions, but this is the one that I saw pop up the most. So I am going to react to this first episode. Let's get on into it. Just to make sure everything's cool. Oh, Michael Cudlitz? Abraham?
You people are at the position
Ross.
of attention.
Pivot!
Name? Lawrence Judge. Dirt in the rear sight aperture. Pass revoked. When did you sew on these chevrons, Sergeant Lipton? Yes. Long enough to notice this. Revoked.
Meticulous. Extremely so.
Rust on the butt plate, hinge spring, private bullshit. Revoked. Name?
I'm not sure of his name yet, but he's the one that's been the most... Poise is not the operative word. That's the only word that's coming to mind, though. He's been the one that's most acclimated to war, both here and 2 years later that we saw. Winters?
Sir, was, sir. Private Christensen, you have disobeyed a direct order. You will fill your canteen and repeat all 12 miles of the march immediately. Yes, sir. Fall out!
Damn.
Isn't that Lieutenant Winters leading Easy Company in PT? I was planning on giving him a set of these today. Why don't you do it?
He's not gonna give it to him, is he?
Pornography, contraband. Non-regulation clothing, contraband.
Captain, a personal letter is to be considered contraband.
What is this? This is canceled. This
It's
is
contraband.
United States Army. As first lieutenant, you'll serve as my executive officer.
Thank you, sir.
No, he is giving it to him.
As a test. Orders changed! Get up! Lectures are canceled! Easy Company is running up Currahee!
As much of a hard ass as he is... Yeah, as much of a hard ass as he is... What if they were eating during a war situation and something happened?
Private Randleman, you look tired! It can all be over right now. No more pain. Pull upon the risers. We fall upon the grass. We never land upon infantry. We fall upon the risers. We fall upon the grass.
Came together.
7 good! 6 okay!
Sobel looked a bit nervous. I don't feel good about this.
Jump wings? How do you expect to slay
I can't remember this actor's name, but he's in everything, usually an antagonist.
We're in the wrong position.
We're coming to our killing zone.
They're right out there somewhere. Let's just get them.
So we have perfect cover here.
Winters is poised. No matter the situation, whether he's in the air, right here in the trenches. Sobel is stringent, perfectionistic, but like on the plane, there is nervousness, there is anxiety, and anxiety and
Captain, you've just been killed.
high pressure situations.
Of your company.
It's a training exercise, and that mistake was on him.
You.
Interesting, unless I missaw it. Interesting that he had the gun pointed at them as he was doing it.
So, he gets a little jumpy in the field.
Mm-hmm.
He gets jumpy in this.
Absolutely.
Winters is always posed. Poised. This other dude, smaller dude, had a bad poker face. Horrible poker face.
You know, I'm always fumbling with grenades.
Well, now they must have put him in charge.
Mutiny. And that dude, I told you, he's always an antagonistic character. In everything I've seen him in. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the way they have them blocked, like they are continuously conveying how poised Winters is. Everybody else, I mean, he's breathing hard too, but they're moving, they're doing this and the other. He's always still, calm, serene.
Connie, get the men. Get them. Take cover behind those trees.
Not only is he anxious, he's also not adaptive.
There should be no fence here.
Adapt, Sobel.
Lost again, right?
What is the goddamn holdup, Mr. Sobel? A fence! Son, cut that fence and get this goddamn platoon on the move! Yes, sir!
They are fucking with him.
Goddamn wire.
It's a T intersection. We improvise. Double envelopment.
Exactly.
Base of fire to cut the rope.
Damn it. Oh, fuck this shit. Oh, damn. Here we go again. Oh, Lord.
Who was the idiot who cut that man's fence?
I was ordered to, sir.
By who?
Major Horton, sir.
Major Horton.
Yes, sir.
Major Horton told you to do that.
Yes, sir.
Major Horton ordered you to cut the fence. Major Horton is on leave in London. Get those cows out of here.
You kind of feel bad for him, kind of. That sucks for him. It's funny though.
Lieutenant Winters.
Is that Simon Pegg?
With Captain Sobel's compliments, sir.
Yes, it is. Is he relinquishing command? Well, he said with his compliments that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a good thing.
Now for crying out loud.
Misspelled court-martial.
Yep.
You spend your weekends on the base anyway, Dick. Be a man, take the punishment.
May I borrow your pen, sir?
Yeah, take the punishment because your ego got bruised. Fuck out of here.
My endorsement, sir. I request trial by court-martial.
I demand a trial by combat.
I ought to have you all shot. There's nothing less than an active mutiny while we prepare for the goddamn invasion of Europe.
It is mutinous, but you also understand where they're coming from.
Turn in your... Frankly, I can't think of anyone more qualified to command such a school than you are. I'm reassigning you to Chilton Foley.
I'm losing Easy Company?
He knows why. And this is a way to save some face for him. For Sobel, I mean.
So when things got really bad, the man in the foxhole next to them would be the best.
Are you ticked because they like me? I mean, come on. You've been with these guys for what, 2 years? I've been here for 6 days.
We're gambling, bud.
So what? Soldiers do that.
Easy Company has become a little more easy.
Never put yourself in a position.
Wow.
Oh, this is
Then we turn left.
Yeah.
Bearing
Jason Nomura?
42.
Ramsbury.
Voice of Batman in a few DC animated movies, and
Linear.
the Patriot in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So, it's Normandy.
Saint-Marie-du-Mont. Causeway
Normandy.
number 1. Causeway...
I got a problem. Garnier's brother in Italy? Henry? Killed in Monte Casino. What do you think I should do? For me, I'd tell him. A couple hours before we jump?
Yeah. What you go do? May mess with his head too much. Then again, the man should know.
Bill Garnier's brother.
Now it's out of your control.
Took your jacket by mistake. Sorry.
You read it? Sorry about your brother, Bill.
Let's get this over with.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the dude was a Guinevere. I thought he was another dude. I mistook him for somebody else. So that exchange just now, I'm like, oh, that's right. That's this cat. Now here's what I'm wondering. Well, maybe not. I was gonna say, I was wondering, like, who are we gonna have later on in this season? Because they're going over to Normand. This guy's having a difficult time. They're going over to Normandy, and of course we all know what happens there. But then again, I'm thinking, well, they're also jumpers, so I don't know. Of course, the most well-known is just that Normandy was a massacre. But was that just on the ground, or was that everywhere? Everywhere on that front, I mean. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, of course, like I said, we know what happens on the beaches of Normandy, but if you have paratroopers, if they're being attacked by that amount of force, then yeah, you could just pick them out of the air. And with it being a massacre, it just goes back to my original statement, what is the rest of the season going to be? Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the content, please head on over to my Patreon page and become a patron. Not only will you be helping to support me and the channel, you'll also be getting access to exclusive content and benefits, such as early access, full reactions, and my Patreon Discord server. So, if you would like all of these benefits and would like to support the channel, please head on over to my Patreon page. The link is down below in the pinned comment. Become a patron. Wow, I mean, this episode was definitely very much a character study. Seeing irony, the irony in that Sobel is stringent and perfectionistic, meticulous. He's prideful, but he's also non-adaptive. These things so far have made Easy Company one of the best regiments. Tip-top shape, tip-top form. So they are prepared, they are trained. However, when they get into the field, they are now under Sobel again, but he does not have the adaptive capabilities nor the poise and serenity to be able to lead in practical missions. He's training them for war, he's training them for combat, he's training them to prepare for any situation, yet he can't perform himself. Meanwhile, you have Winters, who is not the exact opposite. He's the exact opposite of those traits, but he is not the exact opposite. He is also adherent to the rules. He is also trying to shape and mold these men, these soldiers, into great soldiers and great men to stand beside one another so that they can trust one another, to know that the other has their back when they are in the trenches. Yet he is not as unrelenting as Sobel is. He is certainly not image and reputation minded. Sobel is, which is why he started the court martial, which is why which is why I thought that he was not going to give Winters that promotion, because of how prideful, how reputation focused he was. And the older gentleman who's over Sobel, I can't remember his name at the moment, but I'm sure was aware, knew of these mishaps, mistakes that have happened out in the field under Sobel's command, and is not going to embarrass Sobel. Sobel did a good job in training and preparing them. Some methods, I'm sure, by some, questionable as they may be, he did train them and prep them for war. So he reassigns him, but you see the pride, you see the resentment, where the ones who mutinied, the ones who mutinied should have been punishable by death, but they're in the war effort. He can't afford to lose lives. Yet when they're leaving, of course, they respected Winters. But Sobel, no dice. And of course, we know they're going to D-Day. They're going to the beaches of Normandy. And of course, once again, the irony. The music's swelling, triumphant. They're going off. They've been prepped. They're ready for war. Talking about, I'll see you on the other side. This and the other. And yeah, no. Now, forgive the gaps in my historical knowledge and possible ignorance to some events or some elements or details of events. But that's what I was going through with at the end, where I'm like, you know, I'm more aware of the fact that it was just a massacre, and normally you're more familiar with the ground assault of Normandy. But I'm thinking logically, if they had that much firepower on the ones on the ground, anyone that's coming from the air, you can easily pick off. I'm really curious as to where the rest of the season goes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there. My short films, Assassin of the Flame and Yin and Yang, reactions, breakdowns, reviews, all that good stuff that's on there, and much, much more to come. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.